EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. The scene a moment ago, unlike any other in the NFL for a lot of years. The crowd here in Carson might be half the size of a normal NFL stadium, but they are twice as loud as their Chargers get set to face off with the New York Jets. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Is Isaiah Crowell, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Hayes Pollard coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Faking the give, Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Let's go.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Henry Anderson. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Caleb Sturgis now for the Charger field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Going underneath for Crowell. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to the air, Darnold on second down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Melvin Ingram in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now it's Darnold. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Third and long, it's Darnold. Comes off to Powell. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll bring up fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin.
Let's go.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to lead to a third down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Hey! Hurry up! Bring out. Hey, Delta!
Now Gordon with first down. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rivers now on second down. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Ready?
3rd and short yardage, Rivers. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
The 1-8er!
They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go!
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete. Tremaine Johnson that time there to force the incompletion.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. And now out come the Jets. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
It's caught on the left side by Kurz. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, here's Crowell. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Following the interception here, Rivers, and down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely will. We talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Charger first down, Rivers hooking up with Allen. The first down throw here for Rivers. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Second down, Rivers. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So it's third and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack.
Hey, go orange. Orange. Hey, hot.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And the pressure gets to him again. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Hayes Pollard in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. The Jets on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Darnold now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Flowers. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Darnold from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this game.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Now Darnold. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Anunwa, the intended target.
As we inch closer to the regular season, I'm just peering down at some of the preseason records. Right now, Ravens 4-0, Bengals, Panthers, Cardinals, all 3-0. I guess my question is, what stock do you put in these preseason records?
You know, the easy answer is nothing because the preseason doesn't really matter.
But he's by himself, Keenan Allen, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 60 yards, and the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Benjamin. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Let's go.
They go play action here on 1st down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On 1st and 10, Rivers is going to let this one go deep, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Hurry up.
Now it's a bootleg with Rivers. And caught right side, Green. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Hey, 79.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
To throw is Darnold. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go now.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Back to throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Returning, it's Benjamin. Yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Green's got it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Rivers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he stopped immediately there. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with a tackle.
Sometime in this fourth quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8-up time, got points, so that's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards. Darnold on first down. Dumps off to Powell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Corey Legion breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, he's a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that?
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, 29 yards. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead. All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
380. Hey, Rocket. Close to right.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. After the interception, here's Darnold. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Jets are an extra point away from leading this game. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. So out come the Chargers. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Oh, yeah! Hurry up! Watch left, watch left, watch left. 80 high!
First down, Rivers. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Hurry up! Hey, go orange 5-4.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Hey, let's go! Hey, 79! 79!
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
All day, baby. Hey, hurry up. 0.
Here's Rivers. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Tremaine Johnson that time there to force the incompletion. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Buffalo wall. Ready. Ready. Load it. Load it.
Rivers to throw. And able to find Green. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. The Chargers on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd down and 12. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
I think we saw the strategy there, how they moved it to the left hash so they could line things up for them to kick the field goal.
And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
He'll look to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night, everybody.